With Super Bowl 58 right around the corner, it got me thinking how long until we see a Super Bowl in Europe, whether in England and or Germany. This past year was the first time I saw articles being written that it could be a possibility within the nearish future we would be getting a Super Bowl in either Germany or England. And I personally don't really know how I feel about it. When this season wraps up, there will have been 58 Super Bowls, and they've all been within the United States, all hosted by cities that have teams. Where if you host a Super Bowl in either England or Germany, one, the time difference would be completely different. It would be a city that doesn't own a football team, technically speaking. And overall, it would just be weird to be outside the United States. Now, with that said, I do think there is a market for it. It just would have to be the right time. I don't know when that right time would be. Maybe, say, 10 to 15 years from now. There's even more football fans in England and Germany. Maybe, say, the Jaguars or a team like that plays half their schedule over there, and it makes it a little more of a realistic possibility that it's not as weird going over there for a Super Bowl. I'm in the firm belief that you could play the Super Bowl anywhere and there will be money made for everyone involved, so I really wouldn't worry about that aspect of it. The NFL will make their chunk of change. There's no problems with that at all for them, and I'm sure the city that hosts it in England or Germany will make a ton of money also, because I would assume they all have the infrastructure to host a Super Bowl. They're able to host big events for soccer, so I'm sure it's not that different for football. I just think the biggest hangup would be the time difference and the travel, because no matter what you do, the travel is the biggest issue right now. Unless somehow over the next 15 years someone's able to create a transporter like in Star Trek or something like that, I just see travel being the biggest issue. For example, say a West Coast team makes a Super Bowl like the Niners to fly all the way to England and or Germany. Yeah, they're not playing technically maybe that next day, but still that's a lot of travel time, and you have to get acclimated to the time zone, and it's just a whole process that just kind of screws with everyone. And the time zone too for the game itself would also be weird. You'd have to be able to start it late enough or early enough in Europe where it's not weird for your America audience to actually watch the game at a normal time. It appears England is 8 hours ahead for Pacific Standard Time, and that would make it 5 hours ahead if you're on the East Coast. So you'd have to be able to balance all of that where the game doesn't start too late for the players, and also where it feels right for the American audience to watch the game too. So this overall discussion kind of begs the question, do I think it's going to happen in the next 10, 15 years? I wouldn't be shocked if they do it, but at the same time, there's just a lot of hurdles they have to get through to be able to even host the Super Bowl. As weird as it would be not to have it in the United States, I think it is feasible. They can make it work, and it wouldn't be all that weird. And that's why I wouldn't be shocked if it happened in the nearish future. It's not out of the realm of possibilities that they have, say, Super Bowl 70 in England or Germany. It's a nice little landmark Super Bowl. And of course, they would pump it up being the biggest Super Bowl ever because it's out of the United States. It's in England or Germany. So we'll just have to see. They keep testing markets outside of the United States. I think they had 4 games in Europe last year. I believe 3 in England and then 1 in Germany. This next season in 2024, I believe it'll be the same thing. They'll have like 3 or 4 games in Europe. I think they're having another one in Brazil and then maybe Mexico City yet again. So football keeps testing the markets elsewhere. So there will come a day that there will be a Super Bowl outside the United States. But when is this all going to go down? That is still to be determined. So with that said, let me know your thoughts on a Super Bowl being in Europe down in the comment section below. And while you're down there, if you can like the video and subscribe to the channel, that'd be greatly appreciated. Until next time, guys, everyone have a great day. Thanks for watching.